Tiki, they call me the oracle. I'm about to make this historical. These questions you ask me rhetorical. Like who do I be? You know. I am the queen. I'm a supreme. You didn't know? What do you mean? Loki, they call me the oracle. I'm about to make this historical. These questions you ask me rhetorical. Like who do I be? You know.
Hey y'all, welcome to Monday. I went ahead and did a pre-recording for this one for today. Um, we'll go ahead and get right into it. Yes, that is me. Mm-hmm. This was last year for the Halloween contest that I won. Mm-hmm. I won it. Mm-hmm. Have it again. I'm gonna win it again. Yes, indeed. Sure am. Absolutely 100%. I'm gonna win it again. Anyway, let's get into this. This is a creepy day, October, Halloween, scary time with me, your girl, the Philly Bruja. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into it, okay? Grand Rise, everybody. Welcome to Monday. This is your girl, the Philly Bruja. Hey, y'all. Hey. I hope everyone had an excellent weekend. I figured I'd go ahead and record this like a pre-recording and premiere it later today. Like I said, I'll try to be a person of my word. So I had to dig way down deep in my memories for this one. I had to get down way deep in my memory for this one. They're there. The memories are there. I guess sometimes when other things come up, I guess it's the brain's way of processing and putting information in different compartments, so to speak. So a lot of the supernatural, paranormal, like kind of insignificant things was kind of filed away in a different part of my brain. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So, with hold on a second. What is this? What is this? Okay. So obviously I did some meditation and stuff, had some quiet time just thinking of some things that maybe I could have, filed away because it wasn't really important. And I got a story for y'all. Creepy time. And then this morning when I woke up, I wanted to do some research to see if I had anything factual to actually back it up with. What I found was actually worse. This is November 2023. What I found was actually worse than what I knew at the time. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into this while I work simultaneously. Okay. So when we were in college, remember I told you I went to first of all, before I even get into this, how's your Monday going? I hope your Monday started off great, because I got gut punched by a baby. That's how I woke up. No alarm, just gut punched from a baby. Wham! A baby who can't seem to get in his own bed. Okay, that's how my Monday started off, for real. So hopefully it gets better from here, right? Straight gut punch. And then yesterday, I told y'all I was gonna, have some quiet time, take it down a bit. But I had a whole teenager who was having meltdowns. Yeah. I wonder, I'm trying to sit back and think, I wanna call my granny at some point today and ask her, was I an asshole too? Goodness. Raising teenagers is much more harder than raising toddlers. Yep, it is. So for the parents who do have teenagers, are you okay? Are you okay? My gosh. Although I can admit, back in our day, my day, we didn't have all this other stuff. Phones and social media. So I'm sure these young ones are under a lot of pressure. I mean, it's kind of self-inflicted. Kind of like how people be on here losing their shit. You know what I mean? Where you can just exit out. But I know it's not that easy. Okay? I'm not completely ignorant to it. I mean, I watch the same cycles in my children. I can easily say, well, why don't you just log out of there? Give it a break. Anyway, I see adults do it too, so I guess it just doesn't change. So, okay, I hope you guys have a better start to Monday. Hopefully my day gets better from here. Getting gut punched by a toddler. A baby. He's not even a toddler, he's a baby, okay? So, anyway, I had to think back, and something that came to my mind was a memory that I had. Now, mind you, I never really fucked around with this particular college, okay? Because anything overly Catholic to me is quite frightening. It is. I'll put that right up there with clowns and little people. It's scary to me, okay? And my girlfriend was she was a student at Immaculata. This is here in Pennsylvania, right? It's an all-girls Catholic college. Now, has it changed? It's possible. It's very possible that they may have men there and stuff now, but we're talking about back then, okay? So she used to go to Immaculata, and I was over at the HBCU. It was about maybe an hour apart. Her school always creeped me out, okay? Because it's old. You got all of these Catholic statues and marble this, that, and the other. It just, to me, it just reeked of just haunted, okay? Haunted. So I never really stuck around too much on her campus. It was all girls college. My college was the one that was popping. My university was the one that's popping, okay? But on this night, she came through and she had picked me up. Now I had been to the school, many times before that, just passing by kind of thing. Picking up, leaving, that kind of thing. Never really going in. And it was always in the daytime. Because quite frankly, even in the daytime, it's creepy as hell. It's way back there in the sticks, okay? You can Google it for yourself and see where it is. It's Immaculata. So, on this one night, we were supposed to be going to her dorm to pick up some stuff so we can actually come to Philly and go to a party. But her car wouldn't start when we were loading up to come down to Philly to go to this party. And car wouldn't start, so it's about 10 o'clock at night. So from here, we just said, all right, well, it's late. It's not like we're going to get any help anyway. The alternative was what? Now, this was like either it was a weekend or... Wait a minute. My bad, y'all. I had no clue I was typing that loud. My bad. Just bear with me, okay? I don't think I was typing it loud through the whole thing. This is my first time listening to the audio all the way through. My bad, y'all. My bad. I was writing one of those nice nasties, okay? First thing on a Monday morning. You hear me typing back there crazy? Hold on. Was it a holiday? Something. Either way, the campus was basically bare. Nobody was really there. Nobody. So it's just like a few stragglers, her and myself and maybe a few others. This is a massive campus, massive and scary. Oh man, I messed up. I can't do this. I'll get this anytime. Let me just kind of mistakes. Hold on. There. It's massive and it was scary. So it was only a few people that was on campus. A couple cars in the parking lot. So I'm like, oh shit. That means we're going to have to stay the night in this creepy ass school. So unfortunately, that was the only option until the morning when we can get someone to come tow the car, whatever, figure out what the hell's going on. Now, as we're walking in, I looked straight up to I forgot what dorm was hers too. Can't remember the name, but I remember looking all the way up and then looking all the way down, and I said, "This seems really dangerous." I'm like, nobody put any kind of gate or something up here, because those sirens is actually in that haunted, creepy background music. That's actually annoying me as well. It's probably the last time I used that particular audio. That's annoying. Anyway, let's continue. Lord, if you lean too far over, your ass is gonna fall. And she said, "Oh, well, that wouldn't be the first time. We had a student who she said this happened prior to her going there or whatever. She said we had a student who committed suicide by jumping, and she landed smack dead in the middle. So I'm like, oh shit, freaky scary time. But this wasn't fun, because I told you I'm afraid of things overly Catholic. Super afraid of things that are overly Catholic, okay? Including the nuns. Yes, I know I was a nun last year, but it was valid. Everybody likes valid. Anyway, so let me show some of this. Okay. So she told me that, and I'm just like, oh shit, but it wasn't like a good oh shit, because it was like, oh man, I'm stuck here in this motherfucker all night. So we go into her dorm, and of course her roommate and stuff wasn't there. She never had a roommate, as a matter of fact. Just an empty bed. So I slept in that bed, and then I'm gonna say maybe like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Of course, I had to go to the bathroom or whatever, and I figured I'd take a shower too. So they had like bathrooms in their room, if I can recall correctly. They had bathrooms, but not full baths. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to get this coffee in. Not full baths, so you had to go walk around this long ass corridor, make a left, go all the way down, and then make a right. And it was like a big bathroom. Clean, it was nice. Showers, all that kind of stuff. So obviously, I'm in school too, so I know the routine. Grab some shower shoes, and I'm on my way. What honey forgot to mention to me, that it was a whole creepy ass chapel on the other side of the bathroom. Now, mind you, it's dark as fuck in there, okay? And I'm walking. It's like something straight out of a Halloween goddamn scary movie. So I'm walking through this damn corridor. All I can hear is myself, walking through the halls. And 1 second. So you got this damn chapel on the left-hand side, and you got one of the million statues of Mother Mary, okay, lit up like, creepy, all creepy and shit. So that ass, I could have swore like I saw something like a nun, like a shadow of a nun, with the thing that they have on their head, the nun hat thing, in the damn chapel. But then I looked back, and then I didn't see anything else, because the chapel was dimly lit too. It was just, this fucking school is creepy as hell. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I remember just seeing a glance of that. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna run into some, dead suicide victims, right? It's creepy ass students who killed themselves on the grounds, by way of jumping off that top level of this dormitory, right? This thing was ancient. The architect is beautiful though, but nonetheless creepy. So I'm thinking maybe I'll run into one or two of those, chicks, right? Maybe. I'm not thinking about a nun. So, I glance over to the left, and I see it, and I'm like, wait, whoa. And I was like, trying to adjust myself, because it's still dimly lit. It's like 6 a.m. And it was, wait a minute now. It was about, what is it, October? Yeah, it was like October or November. So it gets darker earlier, and it stays darker longer. So if it's 6 o'clock in the morning, it's still dark for the most part. And even if it was this school was just dark. It is dark. I don't know. So again, like I said, I thought I saw like the the shadow of a nun. That's the crazy part. But that wasn't the story she told me. She didn't tell me about any fucking nuns. Okay. Now I know the school has them. It's a Catholic all-girls school. But she didn't tell me about any ghosts of nuns. Right? She never mentioned anything about that to me. I don't even think she knew. So that was what I saw. It was really creepy. I kind of just put it in the back of my mind. And I went on and I took a shower. Because obviously, I'm crazy. Because at that particular moment, I should have hauled ass back around the bend to the dorm room. Okay. I did not. So I took a shower. And then I came back out and I could just swear it was something like just walking behind me. But I never really forgot about that shadow of what looked like a nun. So this morning when I got up, you know how I like to, if you've watched the other videos, I like to pull in, some facts about an experience. Like I shared the text messages with you guys about something I couldn't have possibly had any idea about. And I looked up on here on Google, trying to just see if I could actually fact check her story about the girl committing suicide, right? I could not find anything about a student or students committing suicide in that particular dorm room on that campus. Now, something like that, I wouldn't really expect. I think a big college, university would probably go ahead and, make sure that didn't get out too much. I mean, you don't want your school to be associated with suicides, right? Especially not one as big. But as I'm doing my research to see if I can actually pinpoint and fact check what she said, I found something even more creepy about this goddamn school. So that's what I wanted to share. Damn the nun, okay? Damn her, or the shadow of the nun. Let's get into what the hell I did find about this creepy ass school. Okay, we'll do that. Let's go there. So I found this, and I'm gonna read some of what I found on this damn school. Right? I'm thinking I'm gonna find something about maybe possibly, even if it's a little blurb, you can go into archives and find that, right? Of someone who lost their life at a school or something. Nothing, but this did come up, and it said the best campus ghost story around. Further west along the original mainline railroad is at Immaculata University in Malvern. That story involves the ghosts of workers who actually built the railroads. These railroads are all back there, y'all. It's very isolated, wooded, scary ass, creepy ass area. It's definitely not something that you want to be broke down in, okay? Because I think that every kind of horror stereotype would just happen, right? So the story involves the ghosts of workers who built that railroad. Legends of Irish laborers dancing in the woods. This particular college, university, in this dorm room is surrounded by woods. And it's one thing. It's okay. But it just feels creepy. It just feels not right around there, right? So that story, it turns out, and this is what I'm reading, because this is what I found earlier today, this morning, excuse me. It turns out it's a genuine haunting. I don't mean that actual ghosts are haunting these woods, but the community had for more than a century remained haunted by the memory of otherwise forgotten tragedy and otherwise forgotten crime. The memory of that crime was retained in folklore and ghost stories. So basically, this was a folklore, something that the locals, passed on to each other. And as, most of us know, a lot of these stories have some kind of root in truth. Somewhere down the line, there is some truth. Whether or not, people add it or subtract it or sensationalize different parts of it, there is some truth in these ghost stories that are told. So, with this particular ghost story that was told amongst the community for centuries about these railroad workers, this actually helped two Immaculata professors locate a mass grave. Crazy, right? Called Duffy's Cut. It's alongside the rails in Malvern Woods. It's the burial site of 57 Irish immigrants. They landed in Philadelphia in 1832 and signed on as railroad workers with a contractor named Duffy. 6 weeks later, they were all dead. Okay. The historical marker, about 8 miles from where, this is the person writing this, from where I'm sitting, which is actually damn near right where Immaculata is, okay? Says the man died in cholera epidemic that swept through the area that year. That's true, sort of. But as Janet Mung, who is an anthropologist from Penn, who was studying the site, says, if they had it, it didn't kill them, right? Mind you, they found 57 bodies in a mass grave. Mung has found injuries on the bones of some of the workers' bashed skull. I want to just pause the audio for a moment because as I was actually uploading this audio, I found out even more. These motherfuckers, not only did they kill these Irish immigrant workers, right? They bound and gagged them, and then they put them in coffins, not caskets, coffins, and they nailed the coffins shut with 120 something nails. And that was because they wanted to make sure, just in case they was alive, that they couldn't get out. And so essentially, if they didn't succumb to their wounds, they died buried alive. Unfucking believable. But believable. Because humans, this is the shit, humans do. I guess. Axe wounds that suggest these men met a violent end. And a 2010 Smithsonian article notes that the workers likely tried to flee the area when the deadly disease arrived. When it swept the Philadelphia countryside in the summer of 1832, railroad workers housed in a shanty near Duffy's Cut fled the area, according to Julian Sachs, a historian who interviewed elderly locals in the late. Okay, and just really quickly, I wanted to cut over to some footage that I found again while I was waiting for this to upload. I thought it was quite interesting. I figured I'd go ahead and just play a few minutes of it. Like I said, I had no clue that all of this happened, so we kind of are learning things together, right? Hold on, let me figure out how to. All right, so let me share this real quick. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So that way, I'm also going to give credit to the person who uploaded it as well. I had no clue any of this was even a thing. So we're learning together. Creepy time with your girl, the Philly Bruja. Hold on.
Walk in this valley, you really feel the work of the men. You can just see it with your eyes, certainly, but you feel it in your bones, too, that there's something that happened down here, something monumental, something that is also tragic. I think you can almost feel it in the soil.
They arrived in Philadelphia after a lengthy Atlantic crossing and were hired, we believe, almost immediately by Duffy and brought out to Chester County, and that their entire stay in America lasted no more than 6 weeks. 6 weeks from the docks of Philadelphia to rotting in a ditch outside of Malvern. Not exactly the American dream.
It's crazy how shit really changed, right? Think about that. Back then, it was the Irish. You got the black folks. Oh, God forbid them damn Catholics, Nothing really has changed. Because humans. Hold on.
We feel a kinship with these men, and when we find their remains, it's been suggested that we in the Emerald Society would declare their legal guardians, and so that when these men get reinterred in consecrated ground. We will be doing this as though we're the fathers of some of these men. This is our role. There's a purpose to this. So if I just type in the name of the vessel that we're interested in, the John Stamp, and then we click on search, up comes the actual passenger list. This is for the names of those on board, names like Doherty, Ruddy, McKinney, Thornton, people broadly from West Ulster, but those particular
Usually, legend is not too far. Oftentimes, it's not too far away from what the truth is. We brought a bunch of people in, a wide pool of talent that are starting out for now with metal detectors. These guys are pretty good. Their specialty is working on battlefields, restoring battlefields, and solving the mysteries behind battlefields. So now what we're doing is we're going to metal detect the living daylights out of this place and tag and flag every item that was found and try to make sense out of where the different activity took place. So the shanty, the cook area, tool sheds, whatever. Yeah, there's a piece of metal under. See, I was digging right in here. If you poke around.
See, we have the red on the inside of the cover, and then this would be the cover to a potbelly stove.
This is a highly significant find. I mean, the stove would be the center of the shanty. This is evidence of a semi-settled existence of a work crew. We know that after the men died, the contractor, Philip Duffy, ordered the blacksmith to burn the shanty to the ground. He was charged with doing that by the superintendent of this part of the railroad. For us, it's been a spiritual journey. There's an effort here to be able to try to right a historic wrong, something that has been kept secret for 172 years. Enough of the silence.
America has a history of trying to right its wrong. Still haven't succeeded in any of it. Nonetheless, let's continue. It's only about a minute more to go.
Let's bring this truth to the light of day and deal with it.
There are dozens, if not hundreds, of Duffy's cuts, which mark the landscape of early industrial America. And most of those mass graves, most of those dead workers left no records, no folk memory, and they are lost to history. And I think it is very important for us to remember the dark side of it.
Sounds familiar? Sure it does. Let's continue.
Immigration and the dark side of industrialization.
So that was just a brief video of the story behind it. Again, I had no clue, so this was a teaching moment for myself as well. I always thought it was creepy around there anyway. But from what I was looking at, apparently Philadelphia and Pennsylvania as a whole is like super haunted. Maybe one day I can get into that if that's something folks would be interested in, even after Halloween. So there's even places where I live at that's, like historical hauntings and shit like that. So anyway, let's continue with this story because it gets more interesting. It's not that much more time to go on here, but hope you're enjoying it so far. Creepy time with the Philly Bruja. Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to put my video back on here real quick. Because it gets interesting. All right, let me go ahead and push play. 1800s. Again, that is me. Last year Halloween. You have it again. I'm coming for the crown again. Yeah. Did you not see? I have a throne of bones. Okay. I'm serious. Get down to the Halloween shenanigans, okay? It is Halloween in my house, 365 days a year. Here we go. But nearby homeowners are heads fearful of the infection turning them white. So you know where this is going, right? So yeah, what they did was the community who was afraid of this disease, right? They went ahead and they killed the 57 Irish immigrants, right? The workers of the railroad. They killed them right there on the ground, dead. This wasn't a folklore. This is true because, like I might have said already, 2 Immaculata professors helped locate the mass grave. They found them. They found a mass grave of 57 Irish immigrants, just all thrown in there. They did not die of any disease. They were chopped up, killed. Let me see. And the nearby owners had turned them away. They were so fearful of them, they killed them. And basically all threw them in the grave. And, you know, it was basically entirely forgotten. See, the thing is, when stuff like that happens, it's usually unrest. It's always going to be unrest until, you know, the truth is told. But I'm glad that they actually, after a century and a half, took the initiative to actually see if it was true. And they found 57 bodies. Crazy shit. They were murdered. And so they actually did wind up doing a reburial of them properly, respectfully. That's crazy. I had no clue anything like that happened. Did not do any research about any nuns. There is also video as well showing that they did rebury these bodies respectfully. Hopefully, you know, if there was any that was, you know, not rested, they can rest. Yeah, that's video. It's on here. You got to look up Duffy's Cut. Again, I found out all of this today too. So, yeah. Matter of fact, I'll do that now. Let me see. Because I didn't, this is what pops up when I was looking for, you know, death and stuff like that at the school itself. Wait a minute. Nothing really came up. Not do any research. This is the part where I just rewound it a little bit. So, because I didn't do any research on the other story, okay? And this is the part where I found out about that, okay? Here we go. About any nuns. Matter of fact, I'll do that now. Let me see. Because I didn't, this is what popped up when I was looking for, you know, death and stuff like that at the school itself. Nothing really came up for it. Let me see. But I know what I think I saw. You get it? I know what I think I saw. That would never hold up in court. I know what I think I saw, you know, which was the shadow in shape of a nun, because it caused me to turn back around. And boom, Immaculata. I did not research that, because if I sidetracked, learning about the murder of 57 people at one damn time thrown into the ground. Well. Okay, I found something. You guys don't know it because I actually put it on pause. I went down a whole rabbit hole here. Okay. I did find something. Again, nothing on any suicide. This is what I found. Immaculata. It is rumored that a nun back in the early 1900s broke her vows and became pregnant. And she was found out, and instead of being thrown out, and she jumped from the 4th floor. Oh shit, from the 4th floor balcony of the rotunda. This is what I'm telling y'all. Like, you literally could just hop off that bitch and that's it. That's it. Okay. Despite the efforts of the Covenant community to replace these cracks in the tiles, the new tiles always became shattered in the exact manner as the previous ones. Okay, so the story that my girlfriend told me when she said it was a student, because I remember now she mentioned something about the tiles not being able to ever really be able to be fixed because it just kept cracking again. This is what she said, but she said it was a student. Okay, so if the students, this is some shit. Students who live on the hall on the other side of the rotunda say that at night they can hear a woman crying, footsteps following them when they're alone, and cold spots, the eerie cold feeling. Listen, that whole motherfucking campus is full of nothing but cold spots, okay? It's eerie, it's scary, and everything else, okay? They are not evil feelings. I beg to differ. You know what? I was frightened. I don't know if it was evil or not, but the feelings of remorse and regret. One student also stated that one night she was studying in one of the study rooms that is right off the rotunda, and she thought she saw it. You know what? She thought she saw a nun in an old, oh my gosh, an old, that's what it's called, a fucking habit. Walking past the doorway. You know what? I can't. I'm done. I am so freaking done. See, because when I first put it in the search this morning, I put in student commit suicide on Immaculata campus. You know, I didn't put in anything about a fucking nun, okay? And then it put me on a whole web of information as far as the 57 mass grave that they found of the workers. Then I went down that damn rabbit hole. Then I put y'all on pause, and I go down this hole. Now this one sounds more, you know what? This sounds more like, it sounds more right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't see anything or feel anything of a student. I'm thinking I'm gonna run into a ghost girl kind of thing, sad, regretful. But goddamn, and I said it. You know what? I'm done. Okay. Hey, I'll go ahead and end this recording right now. I'm too through with myself. I'm done. Yeah, this is day 11. Day 11. Haunted Halloween series with the Philly Bruja. The creepy, the weird, the paranormal, and creepy ass crimes with creepy ass kids and creepy ass people. Okay, we're on day 11. Day damn 11. Okay, this shit sounds more right, because I definitely remember her saying something about the cracks in the floor and how they keep trying to fix it and it won't get, and it's not fixable or some shit. And then I read this. I had to go down a rabbit hole just to find this. Oh man, look. I'm done. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I didn't expect to actually find anything really, okay? So we kind of found it as I was going along, okay? I hope y'all enjoyed this story. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, Immaculata don't have to worry about my black ass going anywhere near that campus. You know what? That whole particular section of Pennsylvania is creepy. Pennsylvania is creepy. Philadelphia is creepy. Yeah. Even where I live at is creepy. Yep. That part. As per usual.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.